Hey, what is up, guys? It's FT Unreal here today, hosting the first episode of 10 tips. 10 tips that I will bring you that hopefully will help you guys get more good feedback and more subscribers. Now, what I basically have to say in this episode, the first episode, is no controversy, all comedy. Now, I have to ask you guys personally, and I think this will be true, that when you come home from a day of school, most likely like me, when I get on my YouTube page, I don't really like watching anything that's really going to make me think or, anything just because it's already been a rough day at school or whatever. I like watching something that'll make me laugh. White Boy 7 Streak makes me crack up sometimes. Or whenever it's later in the night, Woody's Gamer Tag on PKA makes me laugh hysterically. It's just sort of a funny thing. People more like to watch that. Now, on the day of the tragic CT shooting, I saw videos come out left and right. And most of them got more dislikes than likes because most of them stated their blunt opinion, and they were not all appropriate to the situation. Kids were innocent, and they would say, like, oh, it's bound to happen with a gun. Those kids sort of, they deserve to die, blah, 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 something stupid like that. And then they get instant dislikes, they lose subs, they lost me as a sub. And, whenever you really commentate about controversy, nothing ever good comes out of the situation. I know I did a commentary on election night that I took down really quickly. I said who I thought was going to win and why, and I basically bashed the other candidate. That did not turn out good for me, and I'll tell you why. Some people took it as, okay, this guy is not like me, why am I still subscribed to him? I'm going to dislike because my opinions aren't like that. And that is the main reason why you need to stay away from controversy and stick more towards comedy. Controversy will be anything that, is big in the news or anything like that, and then you bash their side, because there's always two sides to every argument, unless you have one solid topic. And I mean, the demographic on YouTube, you're going to get people that are 50-50. You're going to have people that are over, the age of 12 that, might have a little bit more educated opinions, and people under the age of 12 that might have a little less. So, basically think about your demographic. Your demographic could be split 50-50, like on my, my election night. I had 50% Republicans and 50% Democrats, give or take, that were watching my video, and 50% left dislikes and mean comments, and 50% gave me likes and said, praise the Lord, you're great, this is what it was. And, it didn't go out too well. I lost subs. I made some people upset with my opinions, while when I did a comedy video the next day, everyone loved it. Everything got likes, everyone was smiling, everyone thought it was funny. So when you give a topic that doesn't have two sides, you can't have an opinion on it. You can have an opinion if the commentary was good or not, but they can't say, wow, that is really just, that didn't happen, you know what I mean, sort of thing. They can't really do an educated opinion that said it was not to happen. So when you stick to comedy, you're going to make them, one, laugh, hopefully, in your case, while in controversy, you could stir up an argument, you could get people's feelings hurt, while with comedy, the only thing you can do is make them laugh. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tip. It's just the first tip. So if you guys steer away from controversy, unless you're Woody's Gamertag or Wings of Redemption, of course, they always do a great job discussing it, you're going to get more views with comedy, and you're going to get better feedback, and more people are going to like your video, and more people are going to laugh, and maybe hit the subscribe button. So that's my opinion, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys could leave a like, it's very much appreciated, and a comment about what topic maybe I should do next if you have any in mind. But I thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.